Hello, everybody. Welcome to World Snake Day. We are celebrating by studying some snakes. Hope everyone's doing well, and thanks for being here. I got a new chair. That's all. That's all. Bye. That was the whole stream. No, I'm just kidding. I just feel very tall. I might have to lower this a little bit. There we go. Okay. Sorry, I've also lost my watch and having to put it back on. Eat. There we go. Appropriately short. Excellent. Hey, Isol, how are you doing? It's good to see you. Thanks for being here. How's everyone doing today? Happy Tuesday. Oh man, look at all those points coming in for that game challenge, guys. We're almost 60% of the way there on the Make Me Play Game on Stream challenge. So if you too want to see me extremely nervous about playing games on Twitch, you can also donate the bits. What game am I playing? So we talked about it a little bit yesterday. There's a few options. I'll probably do a poll once we hit it. I'll announce, okay, if you want to take part in the poll. We'll probably, well, I don't know, probably vote on stream. Maybe whatever stream we actually get it on, like if we hit the goal. I don't know, I've never done this before. What's the best way to do it? Maybe once we hit the goal, we'll take a vote at the end of that stream and be like, all right, here's all the options, the most popular options, and I'll like make a little poll. Does that sound okay? I don't know, I'm open to, we can also do it on Discord. There's a few options in the Discord that are listed in the question section. I might pin that really fast if anyone's just looking for the list. Let me do that before I forget. Because I've had some questions about it and I want to make sure people can find that information. But if you want to join the Discord, let's see. There's a few people who are kind of like submitting suggestions, and I've been adding them to the list. So there we go. I've just pinned the list of games to the top of the question section. So that should make it a little easier to find. And if you want to check it out, you can go in there. Yeah, we'll have a little vote. We'll just see once we actually once we actually hit it is when I'll think about when to vote. I will let you guys know it'll probably be on a Sunday. So hopefully that works for everybody. I'll try to make it a longer stream. I might have to coordinate with my roommate because, you know, I stream from here in the living room and I just want to make sure that I'm not like, you know, yammering away to my computer for hours and bothering her. It's the only downside, but we will figure it out. But it'll probably be a Sunday because that's my only day off. So, don't really think I can squeeze it in any other time unless you do like an evening stream, but I don't know. Anyway, there's a few options like, let's see, what are some of the options? Jack and Daxter, Okami, Katamari Damacy, Zoo Tycoon, Paleo Pines, Prehistoric Kingdom, Journey, Gris. So I've had quite a few options. Definitely looking for a game that's like easier to play in one sitting. So we'll talk more about that once if and when I suppose we actually hit that goal. But there's a few that are rising to the top of that list in popularity. So let me scroll up and say hi to everybody. I'm also Vale. Hello in person. Hope you're doing well. Well, I have hiccups now. Sorry. And thanks for being here. And Amaze, of course, thank you for hanging out, helping with the moderation. Raga, I see you sneaking in there. How you doing, Raga? And Nofi, thank you for that lurk. Nofi, my friend, how are you? If you're listening, I hope you're well. Don't let me interrupt if you gotta do things. Paleontologist VA, hello. Skulls are cool. Yeah, I'll be doing a little bit of anatomy study. I mean, snakes are pretty, as Amaze said, they're essentially just ribcage. But we will talk a little bit about, there's some like delineation in snakes. I forget where it is, but there's like a point in which it becomes technically the tail. Like I think this part, maybe? And then like the rest is ribs. I don't know. It's a really interesting creature. But the head shapes, there's like a lot of variety actually in the skull shapes. So we might do a couple of skull studies. And then Isol, of course, how are ya? Scrolling down. Shiratoshi, hey, how you doing? Yeah, come draw along. We will be showing, there's a few people who drew some horses from yesterday that dropped them in the warm-up art section, so I will show those before we, like at the end of today's stream. But for anyone who's new here, you can also draw along and I'll show your work at the end of the stream if you'd like to share. You don't have to draw what I'm drawing, it's just I pick a theme, a lot of times based on like random calendar holidays, because I think it's a fun prompt way to find a prompt, but not always. Sometimes we do random stuff. But you can do a study from anything. It doesn't have to be what I'm doing. As long as it's work safe, I will share it at the end of stream. Yeah, happy to have you. You are not tall, your room shrunk. Yeah, my new chair was very tall. I have to find a good... This feels a little short, actually. Maybe there's like a happy medium. I don't want to put pressure on my wrists. As we all know, wrist injuries are no good. This feels pretty good. I've got a wrist rest coming. I can't wait for that. Ultimate Pumpkin Pie! Art Gym! Yes! Come to the Art Gym, folks. We gotta work out. For those who are unfamiliar with what we do here, basically we're just kind of like holding each other accountable to actually doing studies. So if you want to click the link at the top of chat, you can find my Pinterest board that's got tons of references if you want to start there. Or you can go find your own. Totally fine. I won't be offended. If you see anything in there that looks like it might be AI, let me know. I did pin a whole bunch of new stuff in there this morning, and I kind of tried to... I don't know, I was kind of in a hurry. Hopefully nothing in there is not a photograph. But I try to work from just photographs. And thank you so much. I'm doing well though, thanks for asking. I'm about to go to the art gym. You know, gotta get my workout in, so who's ready for an art gym workout? This is one of those things that we all know we should be doing as artists, but we rarely do, so that's the idea behind these streams. Let's see, who did I miss? Hopefully I didn't miss anybody in chat. I'm trying to scroll through and say hi to folks. Beats, hello, good to see ya. Hope you're doing well today. Okay, I think I found everyone. And if you're lurking, hello to the lurkers. Hello to anyone who's stumbled in here somehow. Yeah. Alright, let's get started. So, for anyone who's not worked from reference before, if you're kind of wondering how to start, what I like to do is just start with the shapes. Highly recommend finding shapes and then kind of working the details in. I'm actually going to start with this one down here just because I feel like it's a little more clear what's going on. And hopefully learning from this one will prepare me to do this one. These are obviously two different critters, like these aren't the same snake. I believe this one is a python, and I think this is a viper, the one on top. I'm not sure, but you can see just like the head shape is super different, right? Like there's not really, I don't know. There's like, you can tell they're both snakes, but they're like just looking at them in this form without the skin, it's like, whoa, there's a whole lot of stuff that's like super different. Like you have this like huge ridge, like skull ridge, I forget what these are called, on this python here, and I don't really see that. Of course it could just be obscured, but it just, this seems much longer than this one. So, on that note, I'm going to draw like a long oval. I have not put a poll up yet, no. But the option, yes, the options are in the Discord in the question section. There's no vote yet, Raga. Yeah, sorry. We will be voting probably on the game once we hit the goal. We'll probably do it in Discord. I mean in, sorry, in Twitch, like on stream. I'll like make an announcement like, hey, we hit our goal. We'll be voting at the end of stream today if you want to hang out for that. Anyway, so when drawing a snake, and hopefully this isn't too triggering for anybody, I did try to put a warning in the alert that we were doing snakes today so that people who, you know, don't appreciate these critters maybe want to stay away today. But yeah, I'm looking at basically just the biggest shapes first. So I'm trying really hard not to get too involved in details. I'm looking mostly at proportion. And I think it's really interesting if you note how these jawbones are separated. As we all know, snakes, or at least hopefully we all know, snakes can kind of dislocate their jaw in a way. Basically it's more like their jaws just kind of, the muscles can pull them out to grab food, so they kind of have like a sort of ability to do kind of like their jaws can spread and like grab stuff and expand to swallow things, which is super cool. So something to note is that there is no connector between the jaw like you would see on most critters, right? Yeah. You hate the internet sometimes, just try to find a nice snake graph to draw from today and so much. Yeah, I had that problem too. So that's why I said if anyone goes to my Pinterest board and you see something that I pinned that looks like it might be AI, just let me know. I'll happily take it down. Have I ever wondered what it would be like to be 90% spine? No, I haven't actually. Yeah, but I'm sure it would be very wiggly, very slithery, one might say. So one thing I'm noticing right away is like the pieces of the skull, right? Like this is super separated from everything else. These nice little teeth kind of pulling backward to kind of grab the prey as it swallows. This is a super vicious and interesting looking tooth design. Definitely something you can include easily into a creature design. That's part of the benefit of doing these studies, right? Is that we're able to kind of understand why nature has some of the features that it has and maybe incorporate that into creature design. So you could very easily draw a dragon that has these like sneaky backward facing teeth. We find it in fossil lizards too. I don't know what those letters stand for, paleontologist VA. NMNH, NMMCC. I don't know what those are. Those just look like letters to me. But I'm glad you know what you're looking at. Alright, find the shapes on this guy. I'm gonna try to be a little more gestural today. I feel like I've been getting too like constrained with my sketches lately. They're like too precise. And one of my goals with this whole study is to like, I don't know, find ways to make a study but still have some of my, I don't know, I kind of want to branch out from just like, I don't know if I'd say hyperrealism, but just the way that I've been rendering these feels very, I think I'm ready to progress. Do you know what I mean? National Museum of Gnarly Hissers. That sounds right, Raga. I believe that. Hey, Azalace, how you doing? Yeah, I think she was joking, paleontologist VA. Yeah, we don't know what that, if you want to elaborate, feel free, but keep in mind, not very many people here are scientists, so we may not know these abbreviations. It's kind of like when people speak in military speak, and you're like, yeah, nobody knows what those mean. You gotta kind of remember your audience, you know? Oh, it is a museum. Okay. Gotcha. I thought you were talking about like bone types or something. I must have just misunderstood. Whichever way you push, whether toward realism or further away from it, it will turn out great. Because, well, thanks, Shiratoshi. I don't know. I feel like my work ethic is kind of low lately. But I'm glad that you believe in me, and that means a lot. Hey, did everyone grab water? Don't forget to hydrate. Must hydrate. I was very thirsty, apparently. I walked to the chicken coop this morning and it's very hot already outside. Probably should have had more water than I did. That is okay. Aw, Isol, that's so sweet. I love your work, Isol, and thank you for being here, listening to my rambles. I hope it's a good lurk for you. I know I can get a little all over the place. I'm just glad nobody's tired of it yet. Alright, I put this here, but I honestly am not sure that I want to study the whole skeleton of the snake. Ooh, that's not what I wanted to do. So just as like a completely unscientific, totally artist perspective on this, I'm trying to figure out if I can remember. There is like a place on the skeleton of the snake where it's like it transitions from like neck vertebrae to spinal vertebrae, and then you also have tail. So like technically there is like a place where it's like the spine, there's like a hips area and a shoulders area. but not those pieces are gone. Like, there aren't actual shoulders and leg, like hip bones, I don't think. There might be some snakes, I think, actually, that might have hip bones still. I could be wrong about that. I feel like I remember reading that somewhere. There's like legless lizards, which are not the same thing as snakes. They're basically lizards that have just over time become, like, had the same body adaptations as snakes, but they are from different lineages. But I think they still have hips. Kind of like how if you look at a whale skeleton, they still have hip bones, even though there aren't any legs. It's really interesting stuff. Awkward cartwheel, yes. Ultimate Pumpkin Pie, thank you. Ultimate Pumpkin Pie, you're very sweet. And Armpit Pete, good to see ya. How you doing? And Outernet, hello, hello. How is everyone's day going? I was gonna try and look at this and see, like, if I had to guess, I guess I would say that, like, there's like the neck. Maybe, I don't know, the ribs are doing something weird here, so it makes me want to say that, but maybe it's like right here. That's where the, like, ribs start, perhaps? Or the, like, yeah, like the rib, the spinal vertebrae next to the neck vertebrae, but I don't know if there really is that distinction as much in snakes. And then, like, maybe here, it looks like the ribs change a bit, and then we have, like, what looks like more of a tailbone section. So, like, that's the only thing I can think of to, like, kind of note. I really just wanted to look at this to note, like, I don't know, I think a lot of times when people draw snakes, they kind of make them like worms, and they look like they almost don't have any bones. Like, a lot of times people will draw a snake, and it's just like doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, which is, like, not totally wrong, I guess, but there's, like, ways that there are limitations, I suppose, to, like, how they can move because they do have bones in there. So I don't know, I just think it's kind of fun to look at. But that's not to say they can't tie themselves in a knot. In fact, I actually, I have a picture that we might draw from of a snake tying itself into knots. So I don't know, just something to look at. I probably won't be drawing this though. I'm gonna find an actual snake picture. I'm gonna do some mouth, some heads, some close-ups first, because I just studied the skull and I feel like this is the most unique part of the animal anatomically. So like different critters are gonna look different based on their skull anatomy. But you guys feel free to do what you want. I probably will do some painting stuff today too, so some color studies. And if you've never done a color study, we'll talk about how to think about that a little bit too. But of course, if anyone has any tips, always open for tips. So thank you guys for hanging out with me. I appreciate that. Nofi! Yeah, right? Isn't he so great? Nofi, if you haven't checked out Isla, you should go watch one of her streams. She is a hoot. That's exactly what I sound like when I draw snakes. Yeah, yikes, snakes. I tried to give a warning. Nofi. I'm so sorry. Are you afraid of snakes? If anyone's afraid of snakes, it's okay. I'm not personally afraid of snakes, but I can understand why people would be, I suppose. I do think it's funny. Ooh, it's so bright. Let's close these. I do think it's funny when people always like, oh, snakes are gross and slimy. I'm like, we really do kind of think snakes are like worms or frogs. You know, like they're not slimy. They are quite dry, actually. A little danger noodle, I know. I do think some of them can be kind of cute. And just because we drew this one already, so I'm not gonna draw this snake face again. Okay, hold on, you guys have to see this cool. Look at this cutie. This is a black mamba, it'll kill ya. But it's got such a cute smile. There is one snake face that I highly recommend looking at, if not drawing. We've already done a study of it before, so I'm not gonna do it again. Wait, where is he? Where's my smiley snake? Oh no! Did I delete it? Oh, there he is. Look at this guy. Look at this little guy. I'm just gonna stick him over here. It's like the most cartoonish grin you could ever see on a snake. So funny. Anyway, but you can see just even these two critters, like, such a big difference between this python and this mamba, right? Like, look at all these fangs. There's a lot going on here. Like, you can see these teeth that we just drew, you can see them right there. They got like this webbing between them, which is interesting, but you don't see that here. Now granted, this one's teeth might not be down, that could be why. They're retractable as far as I know. But it's still really interesting. Anyway, even without the fangs though, you can tell there's differences, like in the way, like they've got these little, almost like a cat smile, like a little like 2 little lips that go like that, but you don't see that in the mamba. So anyway, just noting things like that I think can be really helpful. The inside of the mama's mouth is a black void. I know, it's like, I am cute and terrifying. Yeah. Yeah, you guys shop a follow Nofi too. Nofi also does amazing art. You know, I'm afraid there's a lot of great, like Shiratoshi's in here. I know we give Shira a shout out. Isol, Nofi, so many great artists in here. He's smiling about how deadly he is. Yeah. Yeah, Amazing Fan 15 is also an art streamer, folks, if you guys aren't following Amaze. I don't know if I missed any, but there's probably some other artists in here that I've missed. I apologize if I did. Beats is in here, but Beats doesn't stream. Beats is also quite excellent. Anyway, let's draw this little mamba. Thank you, Raga. Okay, how do I make it draw? I just want to draw. All right. Especially with stuff like this where we've already sort of done reptiles, I feel a little bit more ready to branch out, I guess. Not the best art Amaze, you're doing great. You're doing great. There's plenty of art streamers that stream exactly the way you do, and they do great, and you're gonna do great. I'm just glad that you've started streaming. I'm also not the best art streamer, but yet here we all are. I think I'm trying to just embrace that streaming is never gonna be perfect, and I'm always gonna mess up, and that's gonna be just how it is. And so if that's how you feel, Amaze, just embrace it. So I'm trying to think about the muscles underneath the skin as I'm drawing this. I'm trying to think about the skeleton that we just drew, these two, you know, separated jaws, so it can create this kind of like unevenness, which is interesting. Gonna incorporate that. I might have to paint this one. I really like the colors. It looks like the little teeth are kind of tucked up. I need to get some more good like mouth pictures probably. Got a little tooth coming up right there. I like how excited he looks to see you. He's like, hey, friend. He's also got this cute little ring of scales around his eye. I like that a lot. I need to study scale patterning a little more. Oh, BJ White. You mean how excited he is to murder you? Yeah, exactly. Jethro Tull did a goofy little song about Black Mamas. Oh, did they? I'll have to look that up. I love that. And looks at it amazingly streams when you're busy. Oh. Well, maybe one day your paths will cross. Unfortunately, I have a similar problem. I try to make as many Amaze streams as I can, but I'm usually at work, unfortunately. But I'm rooting for you, Amaze. Don't give up. I think you're doing great. You just recently passed 100 followers, folks. What's interesting too is like looking at how these tummy scales sort of interlock with these body scales, right? Like I just think that's a really interesting pattern to pay attention to. Oh, thank you, Nofi. Yeah, chat's trying to talk me into playing a game. It looks like, man, we've got a lot of points already today. Let's see where we're at. 59%. Oh man. Oh man. We have a little game command to explain about that. Chat has been asking me to play a video game on Twitch, which I think is very strange, because like who plays video games on Twitch? That's weird. All there is art and science, obviously. That's all that there is on Twitch. But you know, I guess we could try this whole video game thing. I'm just nervous about it, but I figure if enough people want me to do it, who am I to deny the people what they want? If Reese can do it, so can you, Casey. That's right, that's right. We were talking about my old book dummy, my graphic novel book dummy last night that I did with Reese. Our little guy here eating popcorn in the lower right. Alright, I'm gonna color this thing because I'm already wanting to do that and I just need to make a color layer. Why is my music so quiet? I'm so sorry guys, hold on. Yeah, but Reese is a griffin. He's magic. I am not magic. I'm curious if anyone else in here has streamed games on Twitch. Especially if you're an artist. Is that weird for you? I think I'm just being extra weird. Oh, hey Blue Skittle, how's it going? Good to see you. Thanks for popping in. Honored to have you, friend. Oh, thank you, Nofi. It's definitely not exact. There's some places where it could be like right there. It's definitely not as slender. I'm not getting his snoot very well. Anyway, something like that. Ah. I like to do my little cheat where I just make a solid layer and then kind of color in around it. It's not a cheat, I gotta stop using that word. A tool, a digital art tool. It's basically making it like a mask. I've also seen people do masking layers, but I feel like this is quicker personally. I don't really do a lot of masking. Only Fwins and Argons. No fee. I am very honored to have all the, so many of you wonderful artists in here hanging out with me today. It's very kind of you to give up some of your time to spend with me. Oop, that's too loud. Sorry, hold on. This music is loud. Is that better? Hopefully I'm not blowing out anybody's eardrums. Okay. Doodling along, yes. You're always doodling. Are you working on some stuff for stream later or just for fun? Also a question, serious question to any art streamers in here. Do you find that you do most of your art on stream or do you ever work off stream on stuff? Hey PJ, how you doing? Good to see ya. I've found lately, I'm just gonna answer my own question, because I've just noticed lately, more and more as I've upped my streaming this year, a lot of my art making has been on stream. I haven't really been able to do a whole lot of art making off stream, but I haven't really been doing any like intense projects lately. So like if I was working under an NDA or if I had like maybe comic work I might do off stream, although I think I'm gonna do some comic work on stream this fall. Just to like ease my way back into it. I don't know. Yeah, Maze is always working. Maze, you're working all the time, period. I feel like you are constantly working. You are like you're like a workhorse, seriously. I don't know how you work at the pace that you do. Maze has that grind, y'all. Well, then part of me was kind of thinking, like, if I'm just drawing, like, why not just stream it? Like, I'm curious, if you are somebody who draws or works offline, why do you not stream it? Unless it's an NDA or, you know, like, it cannot disclose. I'm just really curious about the ways people handle stuff. Because, you know, as the year progresses, I am going to probably get involved in more client work again at some point this year. I'm probably going to reopen commissions later this year. That's nerve-wracking. I haven't done that in years, but I might need that. About to have to buy a bunch of tires for my car and a whole bunch of other stuff. Got like $1,200 worth in bills coming up, so probably gonna have to open commissions. But I'm just curious how you guys handle it all. Multitasking, working. Oh, so you mostly work off stream. See, I find that when I'm off stream, I'm doing like admin type tasks. You know what I mean? I'm doing like the boring stuff, like, you know, like Blue, you were talking about doing like tax stuff yesterday. Like I tend to do like answer emails and like you know, calculate shipping costs and organize my website and like do those kinds of things off stream. But as far as like art making, I was thinking about the other day, like, man, I haven't really like just sat down and drawn something that I didn't have an audience for, which is kind of, I'm not sure how I feel about that. I was just curious if anyone else finds themselves in that boat. And if I should be concerned, mostly. Let's see. Yeah. You try to work off streams, but I tend to get easily distracted when I'm not streaming. See, and I find that too. I know you guys probably think I'm very easily distracted, which is true. But in some ways, streaming does keep me accountable a little bit to like stay on task. That's true, no theme. And there are some times when it's like, I know I need to just focus on something, and I know I'm gonna get distracted if I stream it. Okay, but sure, Toshi, you stream like a lot. I mean, I feel like you are always streaming. Like anytime I get on Twitch, I'm like, oh, sure, Toshi's on. It's kind of intense. So yeah, I don't blame you. I feel like you just need some you time, period, you know? But I'm sensing like kind of a mixture of answers, but I guess it depends on the person. Yeah, focus can be hard, right, Nofi? I find it easier to keep pace of schedule than to stream whenever. Agreed. We might be very similar, Blue Skittle. For us, I was burning out and I can't concentrate on learning specific things during stream. That's fair. That's fair. Isel says she's not overly productive on stream. Isel, your stream is like half puppet shows sometimes. Which, you guys, if you're not already following, checking out Isel's streams, they are very fun. I still stand by what my initial take on your streams, Isel, is that when I need like a dose of caffeine in the form of a human, I go to your stream. But I don't do quite as much of that. By quite as much, I mean there are no puppet shows. So maybe it's just, maybe everyone, it depends, I guess, yeah, like kind of how you structure your streams too. Like your streams, it feels like you're there to have fun with chat as much as you are to make art. Like it feels like half and half, Isel, I think. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's kind of my read. I guess my mentality when I started streaming was like, look, I need to be doing warm-up sketches, and I'm not doing them, so maybe I'll have an accountability group online and like other people want to draw with me maybe, or just like watch me so that I can make sure I actually do it. Like I can't avoid doing this if people are watching me, because then I'm gonna get squirreled or something. And so I guess for me maybe streaming is a little bit more accountability, but I don't know, I feel like there's probably a balance in there somewhere that I just haven't found for myself yet, that's like offline projects versus stream projects. I don't know, hopefully I'll get there. I'm sure I will. Still trying to figure this whole thing out, you know. But thank you guys, I was just curious what you guys do or what your thoughts were on that, because I know there are a lot of art streamers in chat right now, so appreciate you letting me pick your brains. What a happy looking snack. I know, right, Ricodactylus? look at this one. Hold on. Look at this one. We've already drawn this one in another stream. I just really like its face, so I had to put it on here. Yeah, this is a little, a joyful black mamba. He gon' kill you real good, though. Don't get too close. How's your day going, Rikodactylus? Good to see you. Either my imagination or schedule is always turning, so it's always a project. Yeah, I can relate to that totally. 100% there to have fun with chat. Peppering of art, Easel. Listen, it's never too late to add puppets. Oh my gosh. It is interesting. I don't know. Like everybody who's in here right now has a very different like feel to their stream, and I enjoy each one of them, and I guess I'm still so like new-ish at this. Like I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do with streaming, but right now I think I just want to, I figure if I'm gonna be drawing I might as well be here, and that's as far as I've gotten in the plan. Except for apparently now we might be playing video games, so that feels off task. So I struggle with that one a little bit. But that'll happen on my day off, so I'm trying to let my brain be okay with it. It's okay, it's your day off. You can play video games. You can have a day off, self. It's okay. It's okay. Play Mario Paint. I don't have access to that. I have a list of games that I own, and I'm kind of hoping people pick one that I already own so I don't have to go buy one. And I don't want people to feel like they have to buy me a game either. But Mario Paint is definitely not one that I have access to. Ugh, why is all my music so varied in its volume? Like, I'm so proud of you, Francesca Botticelli, but simmer down. Simmer down, you're screaming at me. There we go. Okay, let's do another snake. We have happy snake number 1. Let's do another snake mouth. And just a reminder for anybody who is drawing along, you can always post your warm-up in the warm-up art section of the Discord. Anybody, all skills are welcome. Does not have to be, you don't have to be like a pro artist. It could be your first time drawing. My tip to you though is that I recommend that you try and actually look at a reference image. Don't just draw out of your mind. And the best way to do that is to try and challenge yourself as you're drawing to like look at what you're drawing from more than the place that you're actually drawing. Then the more you do this, the more, I guess, accurate or more, the more you're gonna learn. It's not about copying, it's about studying. And so like as I was looking at this, you may have heard me make some comments like, oh, it looks like the teeth are folded. Like I'm noticing that because of the white that I can see kind of poking through. In fact, I forgot to draw that. Poking through some of the mouth skin right there. You know, I can see like some little bumps coming up here for like maybe some teeth that are about to be unsheathed. Kind of noting differences in that head shape versus this head shape. All those things that as you draw, as you note them down, it's gonna make you a better artist, because you're gonna, next time you go to draw a snake, you might remember some of this stuff and you might be able to incorporate it because you ask yourself questions. If all you're doing is trying to copy line for line, it will make you a fantastic realism, like hyperrealism painter, but it's not gonna actually make it to where you can draw from your imagination. So if your long-term goal is to be able to draw from imagination, studies like this are super important. And it's, you gotta, there's definitely a time and place for the skill set of copying. And we have some great realist painters in chat right now. But I think there are two different skill sets, I guess, is what I'm trying to get at. And so if you spent time working on copying, but not necessarily logging things away in your creative bank account, as it were, it might be, maybe just, you know, give that a try. See if it helps. Maybe, and maybe I'm totally full of hot air, maybe it won't. But I tend to think that it will. I've seen it with my eyes, as some would say. Let's find another snake. I'm also gonna eat a candy. Yeah, that's super cool, Paleontologist Fury. It's definitely a very helpful, holy cow. It's a very helpful design. Speaking of helpful designs, I just found the most intense image. Holy cow. Okay, hold on, I think we might draw this one. Ooh, I do like this picture too, though. Shoot. Okay, let's do both. Let's do this one first. We'll do a full body snake. I haven't done one of those yet. I just like this underside shot. I think that's a really interesting view, and you don't see that a lot in snake images. So let's do this one. Yeah, I saw what you said, yeah. You watched a video last night, hold on, about a guy that went to an Atelier school and ended up being able to draw like photorealistic, but he said half of the students could figure out how to draw the shapes they were observing it at a slightly different angle because they have trained surrealistically and only observational drawing and not drawing from memory. Yeah, you have to be, but I think they go together, you know, like if you're only, yeah, exactly, like you find that all the time. I've got friends that are really good at hyperrealism, but they struggle to draw just like characters and like things from their imagination. It's like, they're like, no, I need a reference. And at that point, I feel like what you've been learning to do is copy. You haven't been learning how to actually take that information and apply it, I guess. So you're trying to take what you're seeing here and not worry so much about copying exact lines and getting everything exactly right, but you're trying to actually learn how to apply it. And there's definitely a space for both. I think it can be important to know how to observe so closely that you're able to copy something exactly. Like that's definitely a skill. And there's definitely a place for it, and it can come in super handy. But if that's all you've ever done, you're never going to be able to be super proficient at imaginative drawing. You have to find a way to like take that observational and look at it from both sides, I guess. Easel likes to do both, exactly. Easel is a fantastic realist painter. If you guys haven't checked out Easel's work, really incredible stuff. Although Easel, lately your work has gone more into like the surrealist realism. What is it that you've been calling it? It's like hyperrealism, but then also like there's fantastical elements in there too. It's a lot of fun. And yeah, I'm not trying to like dog on, I'm not saying just learning how to be photorealistic is bad. I hope nobody hears me saying that, but I think there's a lot of people who want to be able to create their own stories and characters and designs, and they don't know how to jump from just copying an image to actually innovating, I guess, and like figuring out how to process that and remember that what you've learned so that you can draw something that you're not drawing from reference to make, but you can still apply what you've learned from observation to make it look realistic. And I think that's the bridge, right? Yeah, exactly, so you gotta keep those brain muscles going. That's why we call this the art gem, guys. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Same, Shiratoshi. Man, there's such a cool breadth of artists here on Twitch. Like, I still just kind of get a little blown away. And I feel like every day I find somebody I haven't seen before. There's so many, like, different arts styles and different, like, art, I guess, mediums here on Twitch. Like, I mean, you guys, there's, like, wood carvers here, and I found a blacksmith yesterday doing, like, incredible ironwork, and there's jewelry makers, and like, you know, sculptors and oil painters and, you know, digital painters. There's just like so much, and it's really, really cool. And I hope you guys explore. If you've found yourself kind of pigeonholed into one type of like art category on Twitch, I highly recommend branching out. Like, there's a lot of cool stuff happening here. And I really, really, I don't know. I find that anytime, especially if I'm looking at something that's like not my norm, I find that it inspires me to like get creative in a new way somehow. Like watching this guy, I don't know if you guys have been, it's like Delio Mask or something like that. We've rated him a couple times, but he's just like this little like wood carving grandpa from like Ukraine or something, and he like doesn't talk to chat. It's just like a video of him carving. And he just does it like all day. It's intense. And it's awesome. And every time I get in there, I'm just like, man, I would never make these decisions. But watching him carve and make those decisions about his art form is super inspiring. And it makes me want to like dig into my own work in a different way. You know, just like anytime, like if I go into Easel's stream or Shiratoshi's stream or, you know, anybody, Blue Skittle, you know, all the cool artists here. It's like, I don't know, everybody's very inspiring, and I don't know, I'm really enjoying it, that's all. I don't really know what I'm trying to say anymore. I'm just saying words. But it's great, and everyone's great, and I hope everybody goes and discovers how awesome Art Twitch is, because there's a lot of cool, inspiring stuff happening. And I also love the different, like, variety of streams. Like, I don't know, there's just, like, different levels of interactivity, and you have artists who are, like, super involved with chat, and then you have artists that literally ignore chat the whole time. And they all like find their audience, you know, they all find people who want to hang out and like that's what they're looking for. And I don't know, I just think it's really a cool place. I'm really sad that I left it years ago and didn't like push through the void streaming and all the other stuff that was going on in my life to just like stick around, because I'm sure I missed a lot of cool people. I heard that Twitch really exploded during COVID. I'm sure I missed a lot of really cool streams and artists and like probably a lot of opportunities to meet cool people, you know? So all that to say, I have to have at least one of these pitches every stream, right? Like if you're an artist who's like considering streaming on Twitch, just do it. Just do it and let us know. Our Twitch is super cool and very supportive, and I would love to see what you're up to. It is an absolute treasure trove. I agree, Easel. I agree. You just did one from Imagination last week that was super fun. Oh, I'm excited. I don't think I saw that one. I'll have to go check. I have been watching, I've been lurking on your streams. I think the last one I was lurking on, you were kind of like abstracting from a photo slightly. But it was really, I just love the way that you lay down color and the way that you see color in an image and bring it out so much more vibrantly than the actual image is. That's something that I need to work on. Oh, Nofi, you are too sweet, my friend. Well, I appreciate you. I'm so glad I've gotten to meet so many cool people on Twitch. I really do feel like this is... I'm actually working on a post right now. I was working on it yesterday. It was actually what... if anyone was here for my stream yesterday, last evening... That's not English. Yesterday evening. Don't worry, guys. It's my first language. It's fine. I was working on that right before stream, and that's what... My computer crashed right as I started my stream yesterday, and it happened as I was saving that. So I'm gonna have to go and like redo that a little bit today, but... yeah, I'm kind of working on... kind of a post talking about like, hey, this is why I'm mostly on Twitch right now and not on Instagram and not on other places. I don't know, I don't think I have like a huge reach or anything, but I'd love to see more artists try out Twitch just so that they can, I don't know, reap the benefits, I suppose. A Collector, hey, it's good to see you, long time to see. Yes, happy World Snake Day. I hope you're having a good one. Coiling with excitement. Oh my gosh. Oh, a Cobra maze. That would be good. Scales are amazing. They are amazing. I agree. Hyper-realist realism. Yeah. Yeah. That's what it is. Yes. Yes, exactly, Shiratoshi. All art skills are important. Just never stop incorporating as many things as possible. You said that so much better than I have. Thank you, sir. That's exactly what I was trying to say. You love color, you used to really struggle, but now it's a hoot. Yeah, I love color too, but I feel like I have so much to learn about color still. You know, like I'm not there yet. I'd like to be, but I'm just not yet. And also, just in case anyone in here has not discovered any other non-gaming sides of Twitch, I also want to give a little plug to Science Twitch. Science Twitch is also a very cool part of Twitch. If you, like most artists, I know there's a lot of art folks in here, most artists are pretty curious people. We like to learn. You know, that's part of the appeal, right? It's constantly learning and growing. If you haven't hung out on a science stream somewhere on Twitch, you are seriously missing out. There's so many good ones. And I find that the science community is also extremely welcoming and extremely just excited in general about all the stuff going on Twitch. It's also a pretty small community, kind of like Art Twitch, but it's really good. It's really good. So please don't do yourself a favor and don't forget to check out the science and technology section of Twitch. I mean, there's people doing like astronomy, like telescope viewing. There's like microscope streams where people are just like looking at pond water and just like exploring and finding these tiny microscopic organisms like swimming around in pond water. It's super cool. You know, like there's a, I think he's a molecular biologist, but Science Streams, he like talks about all kinds of cool stuff on his stream, him and his wife. They're both molecular biologists, I believe. Answering all kinds of questions, I don't know. Paleontologizing, of course. Doing live dino digs here on Twitch. So much cool stuff happening on Science Twitch. So if you haven't checked it out yet, definitely do. The world and all life on it is amazing and always worth learning more about. Exactly, exactly. That's totally 100,000,000% yes to that, Ultimate Pumpkin Pie. You would be a king cobra because of your fighting spirit and your ferocious appetite. Molecular biology, yes. Oh, and hey, KCS sir, how's it going? I think Lita does too, but I could be wrong. I don't want to be saying the wrong thing. But I just, yeah, they do such good stuff. So many cool people. How are you doing? Name and Mountain Twin. Hope the day's treating you well. I'm looking forward to potentially some more rain tonight here in the Rockies, so that's exciting. We have been so dry out here. It's pretty discouraging. Oh, thank you, PJ, for that. Even their baby does, yeah. She's the honorary PhD. Oh my gosh. Yep. Little Iona. Munchkin. So cute. Oops, we have an ad break. Hold on. Ad break incoming. I did not see the warning about that. It's a good time to stretch. Also, I think I probably missed a stretch break, so let's take that opportunity to stretch, folks. Also, I need to switch my laundry. I might go do that. 3-minute break, folks. Water break, grab more snacks, all the things. Oh, thank you, Shiratoshi. Enjoy your lurk. Enjoy your whatever you get up to today. If you stream, which I'm sure you will, because I feel like you stream all the time, I'll probably pop in. But I hope you have a good day. And thanks for being here. Appreciate your company. Oops, I have to sneeze. Alright, the sneeze wouldn't, it got trapped. It couldn't come out. Very sad. Sorry if you guys can hear the construction outside. They are building a house across the way. Right outside my window. Really nice bounce light happening on this critter. This is a really pretty shot. Wish I had like more time to actually play with it, but do what I can. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Like, look at this nice, like, yellow bounce light right here. Like, on all of them. It's really interesting. Pardon me, and weird hiccups. Put a little blue in here. I like using a little bit of color in my shadows just to sort of I don't know. It kind of feels like it rounds them out better to use a little bit of value instead of just going straight shades. So I'm just tossing a smidge of blue. Oh, thanks, Kudo. Good to see you. Also, welcome on in. How you doing? Oh, very sick. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you feel better. It's such a good one, right, Yusel? This version especially I really like. Like, you hear this song all the time, right? Like, it's a really popular one. But this version, she actually chooses the lyrics that are... Like, I guess this song has, like, tons of verses. And she chooses the verses that are, like, less commonly sung, so I feel like it just adds like a more depth to the song than just making it about like love. It's just nice. And she is, of course, Tori Kelly has an amazing voice. I actually got to hear her very briefly at a concert, at a, of all things, a Millennium concert at Red Rocks Amphitheater a few years ago. Super cool. She wasn't, like, nobody knew she was going to be there, and she just, like, showed up on stage and sang a few, like, a little bit. I was like, oh my gosh, so crazy. I was almost just as, if not more, excited about Tori Kelly than I was for the EDM concert. Yeah, it was super cool. Like, didn't even know you were in town, Tori Kelly. Much less gonna be singing tonight. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Kudo. Get some rest. I hope you start feeling better soon. Ow, oh gosh. Whacked my elbow really hard. So if anybody is drawing along and you'd like to share your warm-ups, just make sure that they are from reference. But if you, you know, we want to encourage each other here at the art gym to actually do the reference drawing that we all know we need to do. But if you do have a study that you've done from reference, feel free to drop that in the warm-up section of Discord. I'll probably be looking at those in the next 20 minutes or so. I'm going to do a few more before I get there. Let's do a different type of snake. So I've done the mamba, I've done a boa, I've done a boa skull. There's a whole bunch of other types of snakes though, so let's go investigate a few of those, shall we? Let's see. Just gotta get to my blindingly bright Pinterest page. No worries, guys. I found some really interesting ones earlier today. I'm not gonna be doing one of the derpy ones. I don't know if you guys, we are gonna, let's admire some derpy snakes actually for a second. Would you guys like to see a derpy snake? I got a little distracted looking at derpy snakes, I'm not gonna lie. This is the derpiest of snakes, of course. This is the obviously derpy one. It is a, oh shoot, what are these things called again? I forget. It's like a sand viper or something, but let me see what they are. Arabian sand boa, that's what it is, not a viper, a boa. Oh my gosh. So the Arabian sand boa, if you haven't seen one before, it looks like this. Enjoy. The derpiest of snakes, folks. I present to you the Arabian sand boa. I kind of want to see what it looks like with its mouth open. Oh yeah, it's hard not to love this one. It really is the derpiest snake, yeah. Even with its mouth open, it still looks a little derpy, guys. Yeah, anyway. You guys, there's literally not a pose it can be in. Like, here's one eating, and it still has such a derpy face. It's like you put frog eyes or googly eyes on a snake. Yeah. Exactly. Oh, it looks like Kermit the Frog from the front, everybody. Your new favorite animal? Yeah, Arabian sand boa, guys. Just have to look it up. Well, apparently I didn't open that one in its own tab. But anyway. You need snakes like this to make the other ones look even cooler, right? Yeah. If anyone needs to look up their own Arabian sand boa, everybody, that's what it is. So this one's pretty darn derpy. This is a good snake right here. But there's also one that's got some cute derp going on that I got a little bit obsessed with when I was looking for snake references. It's some kind of tree snake. It's a blunt-headed tree snake, you guys. And look at this creature. This is like a How to Train Your Dragon snake. Look at it. A blunt-head tree snake, everybody. You gotta love it. I mean, it just gets better, really. Even in the close-up. So I kind of want to do this one too. But yes, if you need a favorite snake, guys, the Arabian sand boa is a really good one. Don't worry about that snake in a hat. We're not going to worry about that because it's adorable. It's a really good one, but so is the blunt-headed tree snake. I'm going to make sure I look that one up. Yep, blunt head, not blunt-headed. Blunt-head tree snake. They also have very, very skinny bodies. Like, they just look a little bit like unsure. Look at him. Actually, I think these are two different snakes right here. I'm not sure about this one. No, maybe they are the same. I don't know. Either way, it's adorable. It's like the most adorable. Yeah, the new favorite animal. There you go. See? See? We all learned something today. Enjoy your alert, collector. Thank you for being here. They're amazing. So I kind of want to draw, I kind of wanted to do this one, but I want to make sure, no, this one. Because look how skinny its neck is. Like, look at these little, like, tiny tendrils. This one's pretty darn cute, though. I don't know if they're the same animal, though. Now that I'm looking at them, they actually look pretty different. I just want to make sure I'm drawing the right one. But these little tiny tree snakes are extremely cute. Look at how cute he is. It's got such an unusual head shape for a snake, too. Oh, I naturalist. There. I saved the blunt-headed tree snake. My Pinterest board. And then there's also the leaf-nosed snake. Which is really interesting. I don't know if you guys have seen that one before. I definitely pinned a few of those. What are you? Yeah, maybe they are just blunt-head tree snakes. That's what all the resources are saying. So that one just looked weird. But I think I'm going to draw one of these. Maybe this one. This one's good. Copy image. Anyway, I just wanted you guys to see those. I thought you would like them. Hey guys, I got you this snake. So we have snakes that look like these, right? And then we have this one. We're not drawing that one because I've already drawn it before. I just like it. But I like how skinny its body is. Like, we've looked at the anatomy, like the basic anatomy of a snake, but look at how small those little rib bones must be to fit in this little guy. Like, so crazy. It looks like a stick. Yeah, snakes! Exactly, Mochi. How you doing? Titanoboa is your favorite. Oh, nice. I don't know that one. Anacondas are pretty interesting. I'm surprised I haven't looked at an anaconda yet. Now that you've suddenly reminded me of anacondas for no reason. Make sure I get an anaconda. I'm going to. Prehistoric Titanoboa. Nice. I imagine paleontologist VA would be a good person to ask about that. It's like, I'm not familiar with that one. So it's just a giant boa. That would be so crazy to have a snake that big. Yeah, I don't blame you. That is really interesting. I had no idea. Okay, I'm gonna draw this little blunt head tree snake though. I'm gonna go with a different approach this time. Because he's so skinny. What a cute little guy. Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. Place I'm going to. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. Jingle morning on you. Oh my gosh, what a bug-eyed little kid. He's so cute. Cute kiddo. Muy awkward. I just want to say, if anybody is used to doing, you know, only paint studies or only line art studies, it's always worth it to change up your technique every once in a while. I'm trying to do something a little different here, like straight up paint, but starting with a base, like a dark base, and working out from that. I don't know. Just seemed like it would be fun. I don't know if I'll regret it or not, but some of that underpaint might come through, which I think could be fun. It's probably more of like a traditional media technique, but what can I say? I've been watching a lot of traditional media streams. Cough, cough, Easel, cough, cough, Dave Ross, cough, cough, Bagley, cough, cough. Like, there's so many cool ones. You guys are all making me want to, like, experiment with different ways of doing stuff, so. People think they're afraid of snakes now. No one would go outside if a titanoboa. Yeah, no. That's when we all just become totally indoors. Yeah. Gets eaten immediately. No, Easel, no! No, don't get eaten. We need you. Who's gonna make the cool paints? Yeah, I'd probably go outside and get eaten immediately too. Oof, that would not be a fun way to go. Ugh. Sorry, I just was thinking about being eaten alive for a second. I'm just like, what a way to go. I don't want that. Sorry, my head just went to a very dark place. Like drawing this adorable snake and just thinking about somebody being eaten. Blah. Sorry. Sorry to get dark. Didn't mean to. It just sort of happened. The internet is a dark place. Can't unsee things. Those of us with active imaginations, we suffer. We suffer. So I try to be so careful about what I click. No, I don't want to be thinking about this later. You would 100% be the first to die in a creature horror film. No, he's so... I hate to say that, I could probably see that. Yeah, I don't think I would make it out okay. If, yeah, no. I'd probably be right there with you. I'd be like, oh, it'll be fine, guys. You just gotta believe. Like, immediately, like, just ingested. Oh my gosh, the snake. Oh, yeah, well, you know what, guys? I'm rooting for you. You guys, this snake, though. Can we just... How is it this cute? See, people who say they don't like snakes have not seen this snake. It's not a scary snake. It's a cutie snake. We were just talking about that, Mochi. Yes, some people think that snakes are slimy. Like, I've heard that so many times that people say they don't like snakes. I'm like, why? Oh, they're slimy and gross. I'm like, they're not slimy at all. They're like dry. They're not even a little bit slimy. They're maybe one species. It's like, what is the one that's, there's one that's like mucus secreting, but it's a totally underground snake, I think. It may not even be a snake. It might be a lizard. I don't remember. Or maybe it's an amphibian. Because I feel like amphibians would be more likely, way more likely to be slimy. But yeah, snakes? Maybe if they're in the water, but that's just the water. Yeah, exactly. That's so funny to me. Yeah, it's funny you brought that up, Mochi. We were talking about that earlier. Like, I'm not gonna say I'd be like super excited if I'm just sitting here and suddenly there's a rattlesnake next to me. Like, that's not my favorite scenario. But I don't think that they're gross. I think that they deserve respect. Like, I'm not gonna be like messing with a snake. Frankly, I think they're more dangerous than gross. I don't know why, like, it's just a reptile with no legs. Like, what? I don't know. It's so funny. The snake paid extra for the Frog Eye DLC because, yeah, exactly. He really did. It's so cute though! Can't be soft but always dry, yeah, exactly. Yeah, see you later, Yusel. Thanks for hanging out with us. It's such an honor to have you. I hope you have a good stream. I'll probably pop in. Snakes feel cool. They do. They're so muscly. It's like holding a muscle. Like, I mean, you gotta have something to protect all these bones. Look at that thing. You just gotta imagine this is a thick animal. If the bones are already this thick, there's also muscle overlaid on top of all of that, you know? Oh wait, we didn't talk about our most derpiest of snakes. Have you seen a Gabon viper? Yeah, we'll see you later, Yusol. Sorry to tease you with a derpy snake right as you leave. But if you guys haven't seen how a Gabon viper moves, it's the only snake that does not slither. It actually has this like caterpillar-like locomotion. There's a way that they move, it's like in a straight line. Hold on, I have to show it to you. You guys ready? Okay, warning if you don't like watching snakes move, okay? But this is not your typical snake. This is a Gabon viper. I don't know how to make the sound not be there. There we go. Look at it! It basically crawls on its tummy scales, you guys. It's so crazy. Isn't that cool? I forget the name of this type of locomotion, but it's really rare. I think it's the only snake that has it. And it's also a super chunky snake. Like, this is not, you can see how short of an animal it is. It is not at all a long creature. Oh, here's another good video of one from the side doing the same thing. Oh, no, I don't want to hear from you, Sean. Whoever you are. Yeah, look at it. See, you can see how it's like, it's basically using its tummy muscles to like crawl forward. So do you see? Oh, stop moving him, Sean. Okay, here we go. Look at that. Isn't that crazy? Let me make it bigger so you guys can see it better. Such an interesting creature. But look how short and chunky it is. It's just like pure muscle. Like, this looks like a kid's drawing of a snake, you know? It's so interesting. Okay, yeah. Now you go. Treasure the snake. Exactly, Isel. Yeah, Gabon viper. Really interesting critters. Yeah. It can also jump 20 feet? No way. You've seen one before. That's cool. Yeah, they're so crazy, right, out of net? Oh, you are joking. Okay, I was like, what? Caterpillar snake! I know, right? I know, so cool. So crazy. I just like how they look from above, too. Like, if you ever see a picture of one, they just look short and chonky. Like, look at this thing. This does not look like a snake. It just looks like a big lump. Like, look at that little tail. There's its head. There's its tail. It's just like a big old chunk in the middle. It's so funny. But it's all muscle, I imagine. Anyway. How do they catch prey? That's a great question. I'm sure there's a reason that they've evolved to like move this way. I don't know much about them, to be honest. If somebody wants to look it up and educate us, I'm gonna finish drawing this this chonky, or this skinny little chonky-eyed guy. They also have a hiss that sounds like Darth Vader. What? It's a good angle, isn't it, Casey? Yeah, they're so interesting. I don't know how they would catch prey. I imagine they're like ambush predators, right? Like a lot of snakes, but I don't know. I would hope it can move a little bit quickly when it needs to. But I wonder why it moves like that. It's such a specific adaptation. They're ambush like rattlesnakes, yeah. I think a lot of snakes are ambush predators. They don't have to chase anything down. They kind of lay in wait, you know? So it kind of makes it to where you don't necessarily need to be quick moving. Really oh, they have strong venom. Oh, that was something else I wanted to talk about. I don't know if there's any poisonous snakes. I'm sure that there are. But the whole venom and poison thing, I always get it confused too. But you guys, do you guys know, I'm sure most of you know the difference between poison and venom. But in case you are confused, venom means it's something that has to be injected, right? Like it's held separately in the animal's body. And then poison, it means once you ingest it. That is how the poison gets you. It's like once you, it's like on the body, sort of, or it's like something that's toxic, that's part of the body. Or I guess in the case of a plant, it would be like a poisonous plant. But there's no venomous plants that I can think of. Maybe is there a venomous Venus flytrap, maybe? Yes, poison is usually on the skin. Venom is offense, poison is defense. I like that. That's a good way to think about it. I've certainly said the opposite sometimes on accident. But I can't think of any poisonous snakes. Do you guys know any poisonous snakes? Bruised and battered, coming home. Well, love's a bit more colder. Is what I told her to my shoulder. Pickety, 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 pink. Knocks me on my feet. Poison, you eat it. Venom, it eats you. Yeah, that's a good way to do it too. Alright, I'm wrapping up here on this one probably. It's definitely like a very different way for me to draw this, but it was kind of fun. It was fun to like use my brain differently, I guess. I can like draw in a way that I'm not accustomed to drawing. I'm disgusted by her. I think eating venomous snakes would make it poisonous. I imagine if you didn't eat the part that made the venom, I actually don't think so. I think you can actually drink rattlesnake venom. Like, I think ingesting it is fine. I think it's the injection into the bloodstream. I could be wrong about that. But I want to say there's like that. The stomach acids like neutralize it, basically. So it's not meant to be used that way. I could be wrong. Feel free to correct me. But that's what I feel like I remember hearing. Stuff showed me on a tree. Help me, good company. need to get more music on this playlist. The one I have here at home is not nearly as robust as the one that is at the studio. So I apologize to anybody who's tired of hearing the same like 50 songs. But anyway, after I'm done with this here in a few minutes, we are going to be looking at anything that you guys drew today or yesterday. I've got a few from yesterday that we're going to show that didn't make it for last warm-up stream. Ouch, hiccup. Why? And then we will, yeah, look at the new stuff. And then I will have to run. So if you are wrapping up an image, feel free to drop it in the warm-up art section within the next like 5 or so minutes. We'll be looking at those together. Alright, well that was a fun experiment. Don't recommend it either way, yeah. It's not something I think I would try, but I think I've been told that that's how that works. Alright, there we go. We drew our little derpy snack. Little derp snack. Less derp snack. Happy smiley snack. I colored all of them, I didn't mean to. They just, there's a lot going on, you know, a lot of cool colors on reptiles, and I could not help myself. So that is how it went today. Aw, it's not quite big enough to fit them all in there. I guess I can move this little guy up. Oh, hey Zesha, how's it going? Thanks for popping in. Yeah, I stream Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday right now. And just in the morning on Tuesday, so I won't be back on later today. There we go. But I also stream on Wednesdays, morning and afternoon as well. Yeah, they're not quite all fitting, but that's okay. These are the snakes that I did today, folks. Quite derp. And yeah, let's look at what you guys did. So anybody who drew along, if you just got here and you wanted to draw today, but you weren't able to be here for it, don't worry. You can always still post your images in the Discord. I'd be happy to show them tomorrow. We'll be doing a warm-up stream tomorrow. I'll see what that is later. But for now, let's go into the Discord. If you need the Discord link, oh, thank you, Maze. Ahead of me. So sharp, Maze. You can always pop it into the chat on your own. But, yeah, here we go. I don't know what words I'm saying. Hold on. I'm getting really distracted. Alright, so yesterday we did horse warm-ups, so here was my studies, some of my studies from yesterday. So basically the way it works is once I get to the bottom, I will post my studies from the day, and then anything that's below that post is what I will show at the end of stream. So that's what we're doing now. We have a few that showed up yesterday, or between yesterday's stream and today. So I'll look at those first, and then we'll move on to the new stuff from today. And as always, it does not have to be the theme that I did. It can be anything that's done from a study, as long as it is a study or a reference piece. Yeah. You could probably drink it, but if you have damaged gums or stomach, yeah, exactly, that would be bad. Yeah, for sure. I wouldn't recommend it either way. Yeah, yeah, neither would pumpkin pie. But yesterday, looks like Beats had a horse drawing. These are so cute. I love this. I love when horses sit. It's a very unusual pose for them. A lot of times these photos are snapped as the horse is getting up from a roll, so it's not a position they hold long usually. But it's a very funny one. And this is such a cute drawing. I love the way you did the shading. The values are really, really cool here, Beats. The little the subtraction to pull out the whites and the, well, I guess if you were doing it in charcoal, it'd be subtraction. This is probably just whites and darks, but either way, it looks awesome. Like the little smile you gave it right there, so cute. Really nice proportions, honestly, Beats. Really good, really well structured drawing. Well done, well done. Looks really nice. Most excellent. And of course another very cute, oh, you did such a good job with the structure here too, Beats. This looks really great. You're really coming along with your sketch studies. These are nice. We see a lot of painting studies from you, but it's really cool to see. I mean, I love your paint studies, don't get me wrong. But these sketch ones are really nice too. It's really good line structure here. Like, everything is super proportional, and this is not an easy angle. So I can tell that you really just kind of focused on shape and proportion and didn't try to get too lost in the other bits of information, but this looks great. That one went on a bit longer than a warm-up. That's okay. That's okay. Yeah, it looks pretty close to done, to be honest. Really nice job with like implying the change in texture from this part of the muzzle to like this part. I know that seems like a weird thing to hone in on, but you can see it looks almost like fuzzy here, but then it changes to like this like just skin, and you did a really great job capturing that. And these little like bumps and things, all the tiny whiskers. Really, really nice observation drawing for sure. The photo is a good one. They're both really cute. These are both little happy little horses, you know? Well done, Beats. These are fantastic. And if anyone is just joining the Discord and you can't find where to put your art, put it in the warm-up art section. That is the stream events. It's the event we're doing right now is the warm-up share. I know, it's such a good photo. Really goofy, right, Sasha? But yeah, if anyone wants to share, just post your warm-ups here. It can be any kind of study. It does not have to be on theme with what we're doing today. But Amaze did do a snake here. Nice little viper. Oof. Those are such cool eye spikes. Really nice job. Wow, you really kind of like honed in on all the scales there, Amaze. Well done. Well done. This looks like one that I would give up on quickly with scales. I'm impressed you did as many scales as you did, to be honest. I also like that these scales are kind of raised, and you can see how you implied that in like the rough texture on the outlines and stuff. But even right here, you can see a little bit of that raised scaling. Really, really well done. Nice structure, nice proportion, looks great. Can tell you're really looking at the reference. Awesome. Try to speak. I know, right? This is a cool aesthetic. Definitely something you could pull into a design, for sure. Love it. Shura. Oh, gotta love a good neighing snake. Let's zoom in on the neigh here. I like how you always do like a quick sketch study and then you do like a more detailed drawing. That is so interesting to me. I would have just stopped here. They both look excellent. Neither one of them is bad. I just think it's really funny. And I like that you show us that and show us your little notes and stuff too. What the heck are these toothy things? They look so soft. Exactly. Yeah, questions, right? It's like you gotta figure out why it's doing what it's doing so that you can know what you're drawing. It's so much easier to make a drawing when you know what you're actually looking at rather than just trying to copy lines and not asking any questions. And now you can think about those weird fleshy toothy things, you know, next time. Oh my gosh, Eric Draws, hello, hello. Welcome on in. Welcome into the stream. How was your stream? Can we get a shout out for Eric? Thank you so much for that raid. It's been a while. How are ya? We are doing our warm-up sketch study. Today is Snake Day, World Snake Day, so we're celebrating by doing some studies of some snakes. Here's one that we did, or I guess that I did. I'll show you mine really fast. We're actually in the part of the stream where we look at the community draw-along parts, so the stuff that people drew along with me. And that's all in my Discord. But these are the ones, these are the quick studies that I did. We always start with like a skeletal study. So we looked at some skulls and kind of talked about the differences, but yeah, for anyone who hasn't been here before, I do warm-up studies Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday in the morning around this time. And at the end of those streams is when we look at user submissions, which is what we're doing right now. But how was your stream? And you guys should all go follow Eric Draws. Really nice guy, always has a fun time. I always have a fun time is what I'm trying to say when I hang out over there. And I hope you're doing well. Thank you again for choosing to bring your community here. For anyone who's never been here before, and also Eric, if you have any art you want to share, any links, just drop it in chat. If you have to raid and run, I totally get it. I'll just dig around and find your Insta or something. But as long as it's work safe, of course. I am a work safe, like family-friendly streamer for the most part, so definitely work safe, and I try to keep it as family-friendly as Twitch will allow me to. But yeah, if anyone hasn't been here before, some of the work that you might find me doing here on stream is stuff like this. So I'm trying to get into book illustration. That's part of why I keep it family friendly, because I'm trying to get into children's books. And so you never know who's watching, and I just want to make sure that it's always a space that's going to represent me well to a potential industry person. But these are the types of pieces I tend to work on stream. I do digital illustration, we do some creature design. I'm trying to beef up my portfolio right now. Here's a sea slug dragon. I have more of these in my home my actual studio. I'm at my home studio right now. But yeah, this is the kind of stuff you can find here. So if you are into that kind of thing, stick around. And if not, that's okay. Thanks for popping in anyway. And I don't see a link from Eric, so let's go find. I'm gonna show off some of his work when I can. I like to go check out the work of the people who rate me. So this is what you can find if you hang out with Eric. Oh my gosh, look at this adorable drawing. Here's one of Eric's pieces. I pulled this off of his Instagram. Hey Eric, how's it going? You guys should all go give Eric Trials a follow. Does really nice stuff. Really great line work. Lots of excellent inking. Always super impressed with the ink work. Like just the extreme proficiency here is always mind blowing. So go give him a follow if you aren't already. Have to read run. Hey, no worries. I get that. Have a good rest of your day, and thanks again for rating in. I'm just showing off some of your work to the people who may not know you. But yeah, you guys all go give him a follow, and Eric, enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for being here. We were just looking at the community submission stuff. So I have a Discord where people can submit. We'll just scroll up a little bit. Any of their studies. Here was my study from yesterday. Basically, we'll just look at anything that was posted since that last study that I posted. So that's where we're at right now. So you've popped in right at the show and tell part of the stream. Yeah, I appreciate you, sir. Have a good one. Have a good one. So we just looked at mazes. We were looking at Shuratoshi. He might be streaming right now. He was in chat earlier. But really, really great study. And I love these little notes. The notes are really cool, is I think what I was saying when we got rated. But yeah, really, really great work, Shura. Always appreciate having you. If you guys aren't following Shuratoshi, definitely gotta go give him a follow too. Oh, thank you, Amaze. Yeah, go give Shura a follow. He always does really incredible stuff. Sometimes it's not always work safe, so I can't always read into him, but I do like to whenever I'm able. Really nice study from Amazing Fan 15 here, who's in chat right now. Great structure on this Cobra. I wish I would have had time to go do a Cobra. This looks fantastic. See, the hood is always such a hard thing to get to look right, I feel. But you did a great job here. Good job paying attention to the markings and stuff too. And that little tiny head, I always feel like is such a good contrast compared to the breadth of the hood. It's a very impactful image for sure. Right out of net, he did a great job. Yeah. Amaze doesn't give himself enough credit. He definitely ought to give himself more credit. Love it, Amaze. Thank you for participating. We got Beats here. It's a mess. No, what are you talking about, Beats? This looks great. I like that you drew, is this like a guideline, like a reference line? Did you draw a triangle to start with? Is that what that's from? I'm really curious about what that is. But great attention to detail, as always, Beats. I'm never surprised by that. Especially this mouth. There's like so much going on with the mouth of these critters. Really, really cool. No, I think you did great. What are you talking about? What did you say? It's a mess? No, it's not a mess. It's wonderful. It's wonderful, Beats. It was a guide. Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, that's a great way to... If anyone is curious why Beats did that, like it's like a big triangle. So it's drawing a guiding shape like that is a really good way to kind of find your form so that you can kind of fill in the details. So well done. Oh, the next one is the mess. I don't know. I've never seen anything from you that I felt was a mess. No, this is a great color study. See, I like a painty line thing. I actually feel like there's a lot of energy in these kinds of brush strokes, so don't be ashamed of these. No, I'm glad you did. It gives us an opportunity to talk about what that means. No, you're good, Beats. No, I think this is fantastic. I love the colors on this snake. I love that somebody used this one. Really, really cool. Good job with the bounce light right here too. Yeah, it's not bad at all, right, Amaze? You tell him. No, I love, especially in the tail right here. Holy cow, there's like a lot of really good form that you were able to get in with like these just colorful kind of brushy strokes. I like it a lot. I think it looks great. And plus it's good to stretch outside and like work in a different way, you know, kind of like we were talking about earlier. Really fantastic. I love it. You'll accept that it's not bad. Okay, well that's a start. But hey, remember our mantra, okay? It's at the top of our paper here. we gotta get the bad drawings out, you know? It's okay that it looks bad, because that means you're like that's one less bad drawing you have to make before you get to the good one, you know? Especially when you're trying it out in like a different sort of a style. So that's why it's there. I have to tell myself this all the time too, Beats. So I'm telling you as much as I'm telling me. Where did it go? Love it, love it. You don't know how you feel about this one? I like it. Oh wait, I think I've seen this reference because it kind of looks like he's like holding his knees. It's just like a snake all curled up. I think I've seen this image before. No, I think, is this Temper? I can't tell who it is because I have streamer mode enabled. I never know if people want their names on stream, so that's why I enable streamer mode. Let me know if that's too much. But no, I think I know exactly what image you used, I'm pretty sure. I think it looks great. I think you should feel good. And also, can I just say, again, I love the energy in these like brushy, colorful strokes, you know? There's just a lot of movement here. The values are really fun to look at. Like the smudging is really nice. I think this is a great color study, personally. A good value study, if nothing else. And value, by the way, in case anyone isn't familiar with art terms, value is like the lightness or the darkness of something. So like the dark values in here contrast really well with all those light values. Out of net, right? It's very much an artist thing. So here's the best way I can think of to explain why I think, at least for myself and probably other artists, are so self-conscious. It's because we know how it can look better, and we're frustrated that it doesn't look the way that it could. And I think for artists, and for myself definitely included, something I'm trying to switch in my brain this year is to take that fire of like it can start to feel like a weight. It can feel like defeating and crushing, you know? Like you can be like, oh man, like this doesn't look the way that I want it to. I'm so frustrated. Look at all these other people that are doing something so much better than me, or like doing something the way that I wish I knew how to do. And it's all like a skill building thing. And you can either let that kind of crush you like a big rock that you're just carrying, and slowly it just like pushes you to the ground to where you feel like you can't move. And that's called art block. That's one of the ways that art block manifests itself. Like it can feel really oppressive. Or you can look at it as like an exciting thing, like, okay, like here's where I'm at, here's where I can get to, because this is a skill set, like it's not this like magical inborn talent. And so because it's a skill set, you can choose to let it be a fire under you rather than a pressure over you. And so it can be like, you can like flip your brain. It's hard to do, but I'm trying to work on that myself this year. But it does come out often, you know, out of net. You'll hear a lot of artists say things like that, myself included, where every once in a while it slips out and you're just like a little disappointed in yourself because you knew what you wanted to do. You knew what you were trying to do and you don't feel like you quite achieved it. And that's the problem, is like, as an engineer, something either works or it doesn't. Like it's very black and white. With art, it's like, that's super subjective, what that metric is and where that standard is. And that's the frustration that you're seeing in artists. Yeah, I don't know if that helps explain it, but that's how I feel at the very least. But yeah, trying to flip that thinking of like, I can get better, here's where I'm at. Like, wow, look at the way this person did that. That's so exciting. I want to learn how to do that. And so like trying to skill build. And that's why there's like a huge disconnect with the whole, like, I'm not going to get into the AI image thing, but a lot of people on the tech side don't seem to understand why artists and creative people are frustrated with generative AI, because you're literally doing the thing that makes art worth doing. is like that creative problem solving process. You're taking away that part from humans, and that's what art is like figuring out how to reach that next skill, like how to like grasp that next technique. Yeah, we're rambling for sure, but I'm not going to go on the AI ramble, but I am trying to connect it to this conversation, so I'm going to keep going. But thank you, Amaze. Don't worry, we're not doing AI ramble today. But yeah, it's just like, it's like thinking about art as a commodity, as like an end product, which is a very like engineer, tech, consumerism like type of mentality. And then there is the art is not the end product, art is the journey. And that's like where artists struggle, but that's also where the joy is. And so that's the only reason I use that example, is because I feel like hopefully it kind of helps to explain that a little bit. Anyway, that's how I feel about it. And I'm not a pro. I'm not the authority on this. This is just my personal opinion. But a lot of artists struggle with that because we want that technique to be better. And that's what we're here doing, right? Like that's why That's why this is our mantra, not to keep going back to it. Let's get the bad drawings out. You know, we're trying to get all the bad stuff out of the way so that we can get to the good stuff. So like when I say bad, it's subjective. The stuff that you find bad, the stuff that I find bad in my own work, or not quite there yet, maybe is better than just bad. But we're trying to get through those 1,000 less proficient drawings to get to one that we feel satisfied with. So that's the whole purpose of this. And that's why art is so exciting, is because anybody at any skill level can do this. You can start from any place and start that process of skill building so that you can find a way to express yourself and a way to express your lines or your color or whatever that's unique to you. And that's the fun of art. It's that journey. It's that creative problem solving. And that's why, yeah, human images will always be better. Had to sneak one in. Sorry, Maze. Oh, I'm glad that was helpful, Outernet. Thank you. Sometimes I make it till you make it. Yes, Mochi. Make it till you make it. I love that. That is a really good catchphrase. I actually really like that a lot. Make it till you make it. It's true, because it's not about faking it. It's about literally being accepting of making bad art for a long time until eventually you get to something that you wanted to do. Like, I'm sure this drawing right here, probably when I was in high school, I would have loved to be able to draw like this. I couldn't do that then. And so I can look back and say, okay, I have progressed. I'm not where I want to be, but I know that I can progress, and I'm going to continue to progress as long as I keep studying and trying to learn new things. So this has been your daily TED Talk from Casey about art. Anyway, I'm glad that mostly resonates with you guys. Yeah. It's rewarding to see a piece nicely come together as you're putting forth the effort to get it that way. Yeah, it's kind of like building something for yourself. You know, it's like, oh, I did that with my hands, you know? It's that same kind of feeling. For sure. Beats dropped another one in. Okay, yeah, let's look at it. But you're where you wanted to be in high school, right? I don't know where I wanted to be in high school, honestly. I just know that high school Casey would not have been able to do this, probably. I didn't have the understanding, I didn't have the understanding of value, you know, light and darkness. I didn't have the understanding of, like, color theory. And I have a long way to go in both of those things currently. Like, those are big goal markers for me right now. But, wait, what is this? Hold on, Beats. You want to include it because this is amazing. Wait, is this a snake that has been given legs? I'm gonna have to watch this later. So you did a study of this image of a snake in a robot. I'm gonna have to watch this video. What in the world? Yeah, that's interesting. I'm gonna have to look at that later, Beads, but this is a really cute study. Robots are another thing I really need to study. A snake that's been given legs. That is so it's a lizard. Basically, we've turned a snake into a lizard. That is so funny. I love this. This is a great sketch, and also now I'm gonna watch this video off stream. Thank you, Beats, for pointing us in the direction of this. I'll be looking at that later. But whoever did this, I think it was Temper. I'm not sure. I just see a T. But I hope that you know, if you're in here, I hope that you know that you're doing great, and just keep going and don't stop trying new techniques. Trying to train your observation eye just to get a little bit better each day. Oh, it's Ultimate Pumpkin Pie. Okay, I just saw the T, so I'm sorry. Ultimate Pumpkin Pie. Your name is too long. Well, I also have streamer mode on because I just never know. Maybe I shouldn't have that on. I'm gonna disable it since you've outed yourself. There it is, the Ultimate Pumpkin Pie. It looks fantastic, and I hope that you keep going. And thank you for drawing along with me today. I really appreciate that. And thank you everybody for drawing along today. It was super fun. And if anybody wants to post something in here, I'm going to drop my image in here in just a second. And then anything that is posted after that, feel free. We will just show tomorrow at the end of tomorrow's warm-up stream. So there's my snake preview. That was my pre-snake stream snake. We didn't talk about schema today, Maze. Aren't you proud of me? And then I'll just copy these really fast. And then we are going to go find somebody to raid into. So if anybody is still here from Eric Draws' raid, thank you so much for hanging out. But we are actually also about to go find another artist to check out. Yeah. So we'll just kind of go out on this, I suppose. And use my fancy schmancy stream credit screen. There we are. It's different on every setup that I have. But thank you guys for being here. It was super fun to get to study some snakes with you all. I hope everyone had fun. I hope you learned something. I'm proud of everybody. Thank you to everybody who submitted in between streams too. It was fun to see some horse drawings as well. And like I said, if anybody wanted to participate and you weren't able to, just join the Discord. Thank you, Maze. That link is in chat. Feel free to go into that warm-up section and do some studies and drop them in there. I'll show them at the end of stream tomorrow, which, by the way, what is tomorrow's theme? You can always check the stream schedule channel to see what the themes are. Oh, we're doing figure drawing tomorrow. Ah! Okay, guys, get ready for humans. Oh no! Ad break! Shoot! I was not paying attention to ads. Dang it, ads! Dang it, ads! I'm so bad at Twitch. One of these days, guys. One of these days. Well, that gives me time to go find somebody to raid into. Thank you for anyone who sticks it out through the ads. It's probably going to take me at least that long to find anything. So, no, it's not your fault. I need to be better. Ame is about paying attention to that. You definitely got to make it to tomorrow's stream. Oh yeah, please do. And Johnson, thank you so much for that follow. Thank you, thank you. Oh, it's still in all caps. All right. You probably can't hear me, but thank you for that follow. I am gonna find someone to raid while we're doing this ad break. Sorry. Okay, who is on right now? Let's see. Boop. Oh, I forgot to draw that one. That was a cool one. Oh well, next time. We'll probably do snaky things again someday. Alright, who is on? We have Duke Hoover. We haven't raided into Duke in a while. Shura is on. I feel like we raided Shura pretty recently. Have we raided Isel in a while? You know, Isel's been hanging out with us a lot, and we have not raided Isel in over a month, apparently. That feels like a crime. We might raid into Isel. Let me see who else is on. Ooh, Isel has a hype train going right now. Oops, hold on. Following. Who else is on? Steve Sketches, we haven't raided in a while either, and he always does great work too. Oh yeah, get your bits of cheese in, guys, before the chances are gone to do so. Shoot, you know what? Let's raid into Isel, I think. Isel will be a good one to choose. I wish I had a way to cancel the ads, but I do not. Yeah, for anyone who was curious about the game stream, we will be talking about that probably soon. It looks like we're like 60% of the way there. Yep. Thank you, Adonet, for getting us there. And I'll probably be extending it by a couple of days. I know I'm gonna be out of town, not streaming Monday and Tuesday of next week, so give you guys a few extra days to make that. But if we make it, if people want to see me play a game, you know, if that's something you're interested in, just donate those bits of cheese. Before we end stream here, you can do up to 2,000 bits of cheese per stream. But I think I am going to choose Isel, so let's go ahead and start the raid to Isel. She's been hanging out with us a lot, and apparently we haven't raided her in a while, which seems unfortunately, I don't know, like a big oversight for me. So let's go ahead and go say hi to Isel, and if you haven't hung out with Isel before, guys, that's where we're headed. I think you'll love Isel. Isel's great people. You'll have a good time with her, and if you get left behind in the raid, I'm going to post a link to Isel, because sometimes I know that happens. People get left behind. So there you go. There's a link to Isel's channel. Let's go give her a little howdy doody, and I'll see you tomorrow. I'll be streaming again tomorrow. I won't be streaming this afternoon. I only stream once on Tuesdays, and it's in the morning. But I will be streaming tomorrow and doing figure drawing tomorrow morning. So if you want to come back for figure drawing, please feel free. Wait, did it take everybody? Hold on. I think my raid left some people behind just now. Maybe not. Either way, we'll be doing figure drawing tomorrow. So if you want to come back for that, feel free. And if you didn't see me, whoever that was that followed, I think it was John something. Johnson, thank you so much for that follow. Let's go say hi to Isel, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, hopefully. And if not, have a good rest of your life. We'll catch you later. Bye-bye!